In the words of the great, Marshall Mathers, that's Eminem's real name. Guess who's back? Back again. The Twinskies are back. Tell a friend. It is a Riley Friday episode once again, Twinski edition. Lock in with us. We're here. Riley, how are you doing on this fantastic Thursday, August 28th, as we're recording this for Riley Friday? A crisp one, I must say, in Michigan. What's the weather looking like in UNC right now?
Love the weather bit. We are so back. It was about 56 degrees this morning. I threw on, my Lulu hoodie, not a rowback kind of day. Lulu, a little bit lighter, but some nice texture too. Put my son in a sweatshirt as well. Broke that out for the first time this spring. Took him and Scooby for a walk. It was great. Enjoying this fall weather. Feels like we are on the cusp of week one of college football, so to speak. But Carter, that's not why the people are here. They are here for basketball primarily. There might be some football talk later. Don't want to spoil it. But I want to start this episode with a basketball-related riddle.
Ooh, starting this with a riddle, knowing that I'm across from you, knowing that I can't remember the last time I solved a riddle. I still like the approach. Let's hear it.
What do Ty Lawson, Marcus Page, Cade Tyson, and Armando Bacot all have in common?
Ooh.
Besides playing at UNC.
They all have appeared on a TV show.
Good guess, but wrong. They all are Tar Heel greats who wore number 5.
Oh, that's how dare you.
How did Cade Tyson get...
I should have known that, with all due respect. I knew that all those guys were. Can you rank those number 5s in order?
Ty's got to be 1. He got a national championship. Armando and Marcus, that's a tough debate because both played in a national championship and lost a national championship, and both had an impact on Carolina that transcended the sport. They both were like the program ambassadors. I can't pick between the two, but yes, I can. I'll go Armando just because I got to cover him.
But I will.
Because, shoot, this sounds like main character energy, but whatever. I got to interview him just like he was playing there when I started doing the media stuff, and he was always fun to talk to. So I'll go Armando second, Marcus third. Quite a large chasm, maybe the size of the Grand Canyon. Cade Tyson fourth.
Hey,
but
Cade Tyson breakout in Minnesota is going to hurt your soul. I just want you to know.
I'll be happy for him. I really will. He feels like a Minnesota type of guy. But I bring up the number 5 because it's building off of last week, Cart. This is the 5th week in a row where it's just been the two of us on a Riley Friday.
Wow, do we miss Greg? Don't we?
I miss Greg.
I miss Greg, man. I know, obviously he's on a little anniversary thing right now. It seems like he had a great time at Benson Boone. It's currently also 11:43 a.m. and he hasn't texted me, which means he had himself a nice time at Benson Boone. But got his fits off. Seemed like his wife had a good time there at this fire Airbnb downtown. He sent me photos of. I think he's having a good old time. So I think we can hold it down one more Thursday, one more Friday.
Sure.
Actually, that is.
What are your thoughts on Benson Boone? Because I made it unequivocally clear I am not a Benson fan, and Greg tried to sell me on him as having a set of pipes and being a great singer. I cannot get there. It's not really the style of music I like. I don't really see the talent. I'm happy I had a good time, but I need your official thoughts on Benson.
The thing is, I really don't have that many thoughts on him. I mean, obviously, the Beautiful Thing song is fire. I love that song. He's an athlete. Flips are pretty fire. Fits are crazy. Fits are wild. But outside of that, I haven't dipped into a Benson Boone album, which I feel like I need to do. But Greg was singing his praises to the all utmost about what he was live.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait for Greg to give me his pitch to see if I should tap into his most recent album where he's doing the whole shirtless thing. But between the two, I'm a Harry Styles guy in terms of vocally talented pop sensation that maybe you wouldn't exactly translates with my music taste, but a big Harry guy. So we'll see if I do have a lot of hair as well.
I was just going to say big Harry guy, a little double entendre.
Yeah, I'm a hairy man, but you just don't see it because I shave every day. But I could, Greg once told me I'm one of the few people who looks worse with a beard, though, when he saw photos of me with a beard.
I've never seen photos of you with a beard.
I'll make sure to share them. But yeah, I can grow one. I do get like again, I got the hairiness comes from the Puerto Rican in me, but I like to stay clean shaven though.
You know, it's been too long on a Riley Friday where you pointed out to the folks that you have Puerto Rican heritage. So I'm glad that they can be reminded of that. As before we get to the YouTube comment of the day and the Discord comment portion of this, Riley, I gotta throw this out there. So tonight, as we're recording this, I'm going to meet the teacher night for the daycare. So this daycare setup, it's not like it's not a traditional daycare because the building is not just a daycare. So it's a daycare, but it goes all the way up to middle school actually. So where he's going. So they have like a meet the teacher night. I
Hmm.
don't know how to approach this. You know what I'm saying? Like usually back in my younger days, meet the teacher night was my worst nightmare because that's when the teachers found out how much of a dickhead, or my parents were like, "Oh my God, my son's a dickhead." Like they finally realized that once they were able to get to that stage. Do I like approach this on some? Do I gotta assert my dominance over the other parents? Do I need to? I've already seen photos of the teacher. I met her a little bit, like just in passing as we toured it. Seems like a great lady. I'm very excited about that. But like, do I need to come in here on my P's and Q's and like ready to, I don't want to use the word like, do I need to be ready to compete?
I don't know about that. I would say if there's any competitive nature, it is letting these other kids know that your son is built like and eats like a linebacker.
Yep.
Good to assert the physical dominance from the early stages. Make sure people know that any sort of athletics competitions, any sort of challenges of physical fitness that these kids might want to have, if there's a little Tykes hoop in this daycare, if there's some soccer balls around there that the kids are kicking, let them know that it runs through Leon first and foremost. For you as a parent, I think the move is to go in confidently and like you trust the teacher. I think every teacher probably wants to know, like they don't want to be dealing with the parents who are I was gonna say we're like worried about the kids' allergies. Obviously, that's very serious. If your kid has food allergies, I want to be aware of that. But I think trust goes a long way, and it probably will ease your son's transition to daycare as well. I think your kids can pick up on it when it's like, oh yeah, we believe in who we are entrusting our kids to care for them, and hopefully will decrease any sort of separation anxiety or anything like that.
Right. Because honestly, I'm all in on the teacher. Like, this nice lady, I'm all in on it. I honestly love her. I'm very excited. I feel very secure in that. This is for the other parents. All right. And maybe they'll hear this. Maybe they'll find out that, the Sleepers Media podcast host child's in the same daycare class as them. Um, I never would put my hand on a child. Never ever would. I'll get physical with parents. I will get physical with parents. Let me find out that your child did something that upset my child. I'm gonna see you. And I'm gonna see you in a public setting too. It's not gonna be like I'm gonna pull up to your house and talk it through. I'm gonna catch you in a little cul-de-sac, loop the loop at drop off. I'm gonna cut you off, get out of my car, say, get out of your car, call your child out of class, put him on the sidewalk, say, I'm about to whoop your parents' ass. Make them watch. Let Leon know this is how we get down, and then we go about our day. I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't want to come on that energy. I want this to be a beautiful experience for my child.
I do too, but sometimes you got to lay down the law with other parents because I don't know if this is the case in Michigan. It is in the triangle of North Carolina where too often you see complacent parents at playgrounds. Their kids might be trying to like push your kid away from, going down the slide or whatever activity. And I don't want to be the type of parent that's like confronting their kids and be like, why are you pushing my kid away? Even if I think it, I'm like, this is your parents' responsibility to teach you some manners, to teach you some ability to share. And y'all need to lock in, stop scrolling through your phone, absorbing all that blue light and fueling your addiction. So yeah, if you need to get physical, get physical.
Facts. I want all that smoke, as some of the greats have said throughout their life. Let's go ahead and get to the YouTube comment of the day here. Shout out to the YouTube community always. I feel like they don't get the love that they necessarily deserve, but just know that I love y'all. I truly do. Let's see what we can locate here with the classic da 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 da. Actually, can I get your thought on this, Riley?
Yeah.
So, so we went through the exercise yesterday of doing Yukon starting points per game.
Hmm.
And we had Yukon scoring 90 points a game. It's because it's classic. What's crazier, Yukon scoring 90 or Purdue scoring 97? Or is it just as crazy as Brad Prather says?
Yeah, both are crazy. Scoring 97, man. Come on. No team is going to average that much.
What do you think? What do you think UConn averages next season?
85 and a half.
85. So five more points? That's nothing.
It's just tough to do. You don't really see, well, I don't know. Maybe they could hit 90. I expect it to be a top five-ish, top five, top three offense.
Yeah, the low possession though, I must say, like kind of slower. Like just for reference, in the last 5 seasons, UConn has averaged 77, 81, 78, 74, and 72. So we're probably a little bit bullish on them. But when you have Solo Ball averaging 16, Caravan 14, Mullins 13, Terrace Reed 11, Silas Demery 11. That's how you get to guys averaging 90. But we're also not a numbers podcast, so I'm sorry
Mhm.
about that. We'll try to be better. Shout out to the YouTube comment section. Shout out to Brad. Let's move to the Discord. Shout out to the Discord. Discord is $9.99 a month. Please join. The link is in the description of our Twitter and or X page, whichever you refer to it as. It'll always be Twitter to me. Great community, great things going on there. I highly recommend everybody joins up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get to one of the things about it is you get your comments read on every single episode. Starting today, let's make sure I don't skip. We ended yesterday with War Chant, I believe it was. So here we go. K to go. Caleb Foster is going to surprise everyone next year. He's earned the skepticism that he's getting, but he showed flashes his freshman year before getting hurt, and then he really came on last year late with limited minutes, being behind Proctor and Sion. Riley, why are you falling asleep?
Huh? Huh? Are we talking about like the ninth best player on Duke?
They want Caleb Foster to be good so bad.
Serious coach would have portaled over him.
Yeah, you think they tried to?
Yeah, they probably did. I think
They
they
just,
wanted Donovan Dent.
yeah, he just wanted to stay in the Brotherhood.
I mean, hey, you know what, Caleb? I wish the best for you. I can't really talk because we got swept last year, but I need to talk every once in a while.
Hey, would you take Caleb Foster on your basketball team?
In what role? As my starting point guard, I would rather have like the unknown upside. I would rather have the unknown but the upside of Kai and Evans than the 2 year sample size of like aggressive averageness from Caleb Foster.
But Caleb Foster's friends with Jerry McCain.
Can he shoot like Jared McCain?
No, he can't. So there's your go. Duke fans, just who cares about Caleb Foster? With all due respect, you got a great team. He's not gonna swing it one way or another, in my opinion. Coy says, "Is the YouTube one-on-one basketball community corny?" As a first part of the question.
The YouTube one-on-one basketball community.
Yeah, are you like aware of like this? There's like actually like a one-on-one like league kind of like it's actually pretty big. It gets a lot of traction.
Hmm. I was unaware of this.
Yeah. So, second part of this is one on one enough of a different skill set that a D2 level 5-on-5 player could be a one-on-one pro and beat an NBA player one-on-one?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I will say this. There's certainly some basketball players that thrive in one-on-one settings, but not to the level where I think like a lower level D2 player is going to beat an NBA player one-on-one. I don't think
Hmm.
that's going to happen. But I respect the one-on-one community. I think people there's a want and a desire to watch it, and people do enjoy it. So who am I to say that that shouldn't be a thing? The only corny part about it is like there's a few creators who play one on one, and it is a little bit corny in the way they do it. But like the official like one on one thing, I think Kyrie's actually like a co-owner of the league. It's a pretty cool thing that they got set up on there. Dreadhead Dev Royal the King. We will get to see Will we get to see the Portal class rankings for each member of the show, or is that concealed in a lockbox? I want to know where my DePaul Blue Demons rank. Ever heard of Caleb Banks? What are you, freaking nuts?
It will remain in a secret lockbox among the greatest mysteries of the world and will never be released to the public.
I will release my rankings for what it's worth. But yeah, if you
Although
good,
DePaul was not even on my radar to rank. I don't even think they didn't even get like a little, they were not even an option when you were filling out your rankings from our little Google sheet.
we could extend this to maybe like 450. And actually, that's crazy. Not that many. We could extend this to like the top 100, and I don't think DePaul would make it. Dreadhead, Dev Royal King. I'm sorry. Let's go here. Malik Perry. Let's start the flurry then. Victoria and Boko is another reason why the NBA should change its rules to let 18-year-olds into the league with safety nets in place, of course. It's not fair that other sports get kids to play professionally, but not the NBA. I don't know who Victoria and Boko is, but I'll say this: just let them come from high school. Just let them. Who
It's not
cares?
gonna hurt anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, just let it happen. I don't really care. Um, Malik, once again, Grace Knox, high school female basketball player, was in a high school dunk contest. She gets tens and a nine. That's great to hear, but not to watch. She didn't make a dunk. So guess who's the judge? Malik, stop, man. Stop it. Moving on. NFL, you need to right your wrongs of Jared Allen, defensive lineman, Hall of Famer for the Vikings. He earned the single season sack record. He deserves better. They cheated him off of all his greatness.
Malik really gets hung up on the most random athletes,
It is
which Jared Allen was great for like a 5 year stretch.
is
But
this
it's like, where
is
is the
this in
stuff?
regards to like when Brett Favre basically took a dive so Michael Strahan could get that last sack?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
That
it
was
must be
that was nasty work, by the way, by Mr.
obscure
Favre.
moments in sports history. But yeah, good pull from Malik.
Yeah, but also kind of a little bit of foreshadowing to how Mr. Favre approaches life. Shiesty human. Malik Perry, Tanner McGrath, welcome to the team. Must say you got me as a fan now. He made a good first impression. Good job on Greg for getting this guy. Shout out to my guy Tano.
He's great, man. He very knowledgeable about both football and basketball. Sent us some of his football previews that I have been using in preparation for a segment today, and just life in general. So yeah, love Tano.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let's see here. Want to make sure I don't miss this. I had an idea. This is all Malik, by the way. I'll let you guys know when we move away from Malik. I had an idea. I know what you're thinking. What a crazy off the wall stuff I'm saying or thinking. WNBA should have meetings with every player one on one, ask their thoughts on the pay raise. Those who are for it get the raise. Those who want more money, sorry, lost this business, not a chair. Imagine the 12 play. Malik's thoughts on the WNBA just got to stay out of the comments because it's all over the place and you can't make a point like that with grammar as bad as you have because like I can't comprehend it. Uh, Segment time called "We Left Together, but I'm Better." Two or more players left the same team, and we predict which player will have better stats. Of course, Illinois on this list. LOL. We'll do two teams, only Illinois. Merez and DGL, MSU, Booker, Norman, and Holloman.
This is actually a pretty fun topic. We might have to save this for like a full segment.
Yeah, this is so. Is he saying we
Like
predict which player?
predicting, so like for our teams, it would be, Holloman versus Booker, who has the better stat line, Cadeau versus Jackson, who
Oh,
has the better stat line.
that would be fun. Honestly, Malik, I know I say a lot of bad things about you. That's getting written down in a little notebook. That is actually a fun topic that I think we should maybe we'll do that for because we're not doing a Labor Day episode, so maybe we'll do that for Tuesday. But I want to make a note. I don't want to lose that. It's a good topic, Malik. Let's see here. Let's play Name That Player. He's a guard. He had a game winner, played in the state of Michigan, is a Big Ten champion, transferred out to another program. His new school is in the South, and name in Spanish means three. Who is it? Trey Holloman.
Wouldn't it be Trey Solomon if his name in
Yes,
Spanish meant
yes, yes,
three?
it would be, but also it's Malik. Malik, is MSU's basketball schedule like his old seasons? You got UNC, Arkansas, Kentucky. Is this because Tom thinks his guys are good enough, or he's just getting to have to play good teams?
Hmm. We did a video on the home and home with Cal where we gave our thoughts. Go watch
Yeah,
that, Malik.
go check that out. Malik, once again, any weekend plans? P.S. How are the families?
Always love the personal, I guess the family related questions from Malik. Plans for this weekend. Let's see. Da, 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 da. My wife is actually starting a new program at the YMCA that she's working, that she has some stuff to do on Friday evening, unfortunately. But on Monday, I'm planning to see a good friend of mine from Carolina. His name is Jimmy. He and his wife, they have a son who just turned 8 months old. I guess not turned 8 months old, just hit the 8 month milestone. So planning to go get a beer with him.
Okay, so I want to do a quick little read here. Jimmy is the husband,
Mm-hmm.
is the wife Andrea.
Nope.
What's it start with?
K.
Kristen,
Nope.
Kelly,
Nope.
Kendra.
No.
God,
The name can also start with a C.
Carter,
Catherine.
Catherine. God, good one. All right, son's name. Is he a junior? Is he James Jr.?
He is not James Jr., but his middle name is James.
His middle name is James. Elijah.
Not Elijah. Would you like a hint?
Yeah. Is it biblical?
It is not biblical. How do I want to give this
What's it start with?
starts with a C, and your hint
Connor.
is no. Think about McDonald's blank menu.
Catheter?
McDonald's blank menu.
Value.
Another more specific
Combo.
value.
Cantina.
Dollar. This one I was gonna give you
Is it
okay.
chance? Chance.
You're getting closer. You're on the right path.
Chandler.
Martin Luther King had a.
Huh.
This does not start with a C.
He had a couple things. A dream.
So you have McDonald's blank menu,
Value.
dollar.
Dollar. Dollar. Cole.
There you go.
All right, got there.
His name is Cole.
I love that. I kind of want to just keep guessing people in your life's names. How's my guy, what's his name? Fresh?
Zach Sims McElfresh. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Sims in a minute. I need to reach out to him
So hit
soon.
my dog Simza. Make sure he's having a good weekend. Uh, no weekend plans for me. A lot of college football. Hopefully relaxing, and also Leon's first birthday is September 13th, so probably gonna maybe do a little bit of decor stuff and planning preparation for his birthday party, which will take place. So yeah, very excited for that. But hopefully just a relaxing one. Had a very busy week, I will say. Um, let's see. Happy Rally Friday
I
to the
just realized you guessed catheter as
I don't know. I thought they were getting a little, you know what I'm saying, a little off the wall. You never know what kids are named nowadays, for
It's a
real.
good point. It's a fair point.
Crazy, crazy times we live in. Happy Riley Friday to all of those who celebrate. Riley, what's your dog's name, and and are you the type to dress them up like Carter does?
His name is Scooby. I do not dress him up. However, whenever he gets a bath, they like put a little bandana on him, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah, the bandana post
It's
groomers are swaggy, and they're
it's
themed usually.
yes, they are. I'll see if I can find a picture as you keep moving on. But
Does Scooby have a middle name?
for a while, his full name was Scuba Berto. Scuba Berto Brady Manic Davis because we got him like right before the 21-22 season. A lot of times I call him Scooby James though, like LeBron. So like Scooby James Davis. So it kind of alternates between the two. There's my guy and his
Look at
cactus.
look at my dog Scoop Darius. Is that a Wild Ones harness?
No, I can't remember what the brand is called, but
It's funny. I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like you can always tell when a guy's in a relationship by the type of like dog leash slash like harness they have. Like whenever they have a significant other, it's like a wild one or like this nice one.
uh-huh.
If they're a single guy, it's like a rope, and they just carry it around like that's what it is. It's really kind of true, honestly. Um, let's see what we got here. Do Malik. Greg, why Greg? So Greg's not on today, but this is a question about Greg being down on Notre Dame's football team. I'll answer it for him. I think it's because of the new quarterback. That's really all it is. And I think that's what it is. Uh, Fam says, "Damn, holy flurry! Always tough to follow, but happy Bluffs Friday. Y'all know how we rock. In the spirit of college starting back up, what are some moving do's and don'ts on moving day? Do you get it all done in one day, or do you break it up over a week?"
Are you talking about like moving into a dorm
I'm guessing
or
one.
or just moving in general? I think he's saying if you're like moving to a new house or a new apartment.
One
I'm
day.
I'm definitely like get all the boxes there in one day, but I take my sweet time to unload all the boxes.
Oh no, I'm one verse, one hearse. Start at the crack of dawn, 4 a.m. I'm not I need everything done and dusted before I even go to bed. I can't do it.
Wow.
Got to do it in one. Uh
Impressive.
yeah, got to. Um let's see. Sleeve Nash, do your wives decorate for fall?
Not really.
Yeah, like little things. Like
Yeah, it's
nothing crazy.
right. That's how we are too. Yeah.
Yeah. Sleeve also says, Murph Banks, Leon, Theo. Everyone good and healthy. Everyone's good and healthy this way.
Yeah, same on our excuse me, same on our end.
Thanks, Sleeve. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Sleeve, once again, I know you guys won't agree, but I think Petrovic could end up being a better college player than Kasparis. Not an NBA pick or a 15-5-5 guy, but he controls the game, gets others involved, and has more big game experience. Same with Stojakovic compared to Riley. Riley's the better scorer, but Stojakovic is more athletic, defends better, and finishes stronger. That's why I think this team has real top 15 potential.
I agree on the Petrovic part. They can be a better college player than Kasparis. I Stojakovic is an interesting one versus Riley. I'm like a massive Will Riley believer. Stojakovic, I think, was really impressive in some big moments last year, but it's always hard for me to temper any expectations just with him being on like two horrifically bad losing teams. And he only made 12 threes in ACC play. I know I've said that stat before, but just would like him to be able to stretch the floor a little bit better.
Yeah, and so Sleeve, I like the approach here. I'm actually kind of with you on the Petro point somewhat. I just feel like I need to carry the flag or the torch for Kasparis because I feel like Illinois fans just way too soured on what this guy did last year for y'all. I understand, his ups and downs. He was really, really good. Uh, I disagree just completely with the Will Riley Stojakovic thing. I think if you put Will Riley in what Stojakovic's role is going to be this year as like a full-time starter, like ball in his hands type thing situation, I think it's a way better outcome than what Stojakovic is going to be for you guys this season. Let's see here. War Chant, last one today. Who do you guys got for the big games this weekend? Ohio State in the first one.
We are going to use this once again as a topic. So
Let's
stay tuned.
it's special, special. Also, you put the spreads there. I didn't even notice that. Sorry, War Channel. You kind of spaced out it, and I thought it was just a dash. That's on me. Hand up here. But that does it for the Discord comments today. Shout out to the Discord. Good week of Discord comments. Appreciate y'all. Hope I didn't miss anybody's. I feel like this is a really good week of Discord comments. Want to keep that going. Keep you guys engaged. I love y'all little stinker butts. Just know that I got y'all 4L on me, for them. Riley, with that said, a word from our Lord and Savior, if you don't mind.
Yeah, today's reading comes from the Old Testament, actually, Exodus 15:2. It says, "The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise him. My Father's God, and I will exalt him." Always love starting our weekend off with a little bit of reminding ourselves who God is: strength, defense, our protector, the one who saves us and transforms us. So go into the weekend knowing that, and sleepers, you have been awakened.
Thank you, my good sir Riley. Without further ado, let's get to topic number one. Topic number one, Mr. Davis.
So today's first topic is actually inspired by our good friend Brian Ralph. He wrote a piece for Basket Under Review on the 5 most notable swing players ahead of the season. And what's funny is as I was reading the intro, it's like I read it in Ralph's voice. Would you like me to do a Ralph impersonation?
Don't ever ask me if I want to hear a Ralph impersonation ever again. Please give me one.
A swing player isn't always the leading scorer or the most talented pro prospect. They're the player whose impact tilts the team's entire season one way or another. Hoping that a big man can supply enough rim protection for a whole team? That's a swing player. Need a transfer to shoot well from 3 point range because he's the only one that can provide spacing. That's a swing player. See, my Ralph
No,
impersonation.
that's such a spot on, like the mannerisms and everything. But the only thing you need to fix, I think there need to be a pause in there somewhere.
I agree with you. I haven't done videos with Ralph in forever since he left us. Still love you, Ralph. I hope to see you soon. I mean, he lives only like 40 minutes away from me. But so his list, go read the full article. Ralph is a really good writer. This reminded me of that.
Good with the pen.
Uh, he highlighted Elliot Cadeau. He highlighted Cohen Carr. He highlighted TK Simpkins, Sananda Frew, and our guy Carter, Julius Halifanoa. Big
Ooh.
juice. So what I want to do is our own exercise where we're going to look at the 5 main leagues and we're going to talk about one player, a swing player that is, who could make a team a true contender and one player who could keep a team out of the dregs.
Ooh.
So like one guy on a serious team who should compete for a league title and another one who's like, if he hits his ceiling, they can at least be middle tier, maybe even get on the bubble.
I like this. I like this a lot. Okay.
Which league do you want to start in?
Let's start with the Big Ten. Why not? Let's start with the Big Ten.
All right, Big Ten. I have a couple candidates for the swing pieces that could push teams over the edge to be true contenders. We'll start, of course, with Illinois and Keaton Wagler. So much hype around him. I wanted to have someone from Indiana as well. I couldn't really decide between, like, honestly, Reed Bailey or Trent Sisley. I
Hmm.
kind of lean Sisley based on how they're showcasing him in that Puerto Rico scrimmage, excuse me, the Puerto Rico exhibition games. He's someone that we can hash this out more as we decide on our guy. But yeah, I think he's someone, just when you factor in some of the pedigree, the way this front court needs a little bit of help, he could be that guy. For your team, I was down to either Kurtang or Cam Ward. And then, of course, I'm going to mention Christoph Tilley in Ohio State. Really need him to anchor that front court to get the Buckeyes back on the right track. But is there anyone I missed? Is there anyone who you look at and think, if he pans out, this team can be a true Big Ten contender? Or even out of some of the candidates I listed, does one speak to you more loudly than the other?
I like the Sisley shout is good. The Wagler shout I like. The only thing is I'm also doing this thing where like what does their role like look like?
Hmm.
The one thing that scares me is that how are they going to get Wagler on the floor as much as
Hmm.
he needs to be to like I feel like in order to be this swing, this is how I'm approaching this. You got to like play. Like for Sisley, for example, I think there's a massive opportunity for him in the front court to be there. For Michigan State, a Cohen Carr or something like that, or even a Cam Ward, even like a Jeremy Fears, I think could like if he's able to take a step, that could really change things. Kurt Tang as well. Um, as I'm going through just some of these other Big Ten teams, I think, oh, I think I would feel good about the Sisley pick. But also, like, what if Keaton Wagler is just like this? Like, what if he's Will Riley? Like, that
Yeah.
means Illinois can win the Big Ten.
My only, as you were hashing it out, my only pushback to Wagler, which like I came up with the pick, I like it, but I think if Wagler is just a sub 100 freshman who plays 5 minutes a game, Illinois will still be pretty good and might even finish top three in the Big Ten because they still have enough firepower without him. If he, I guess that could take them from like good to great in the Big Ten, but I almost lean Sisley here just because I think someone needs to emerge from this front court. And I feel mostly good about Reed Bailey being serviceable. I would like for Sicily to get to a point where he's the starting four man over Sam Alexis or over going small and playing tuck at the four. I think the best version of Indiana would have Connerway, it would have Wilkerson at the two, would have DeVries at the three, and if Sicily hits at the four, I mean that's a really good 1 through 4.
Let's go Sicily. I like that. I
All
like
right.
that shot. Let's go Sicily for that one.
So how about any swing pieces that you think could keep one of these bottom feeders either out of the cellar or even get them maybe into the tournament picture?
Oh,
I have a clear cut candidate who I think you'll resonate with.
talk to me.
KJ Wyndham.
That's a good. Yeah, that's like he could. I'm not. I don't know if it's tournament worthy, but like if Wyndham
Mhm.
becomes the Robin to Martinelli's Batman, yeah, I like that pull. Let's do
The
that.
only Okay, I'm good with that. I was wondering like maybe Jordan Marsh or Jerry Easter at USC, but man, that their
Uh,
roster just got so bleak without
Got my
Elijah
dog.
Davis.
No, man, no, not yet. Well, we'll show my dog Big East some love eventually.
All right, what league we want to go to next?
Let's do your league. Let's go to ACC.
So ACC for the player that can make a team a contender. I have two freshmen. We can pick one of them: Matthew Abel and Shelton Henderson.
Yeah, I feel honestly, given how much I'm seeing from like Abel and like these, these guard whisperer runs of all these
Mhm.
pros, all the hype he's getting from all these camps, a threesome of or even a twosome of Darion Williams, Matt Abel, Trey Holloman is like a little third guy on that team. That could make some noise in the ACC.
I'm with you. I think it's Abel over Henderson. I love Henderson, but I like State's roster a good bit better than Miami's, and I like Wade over Lucas as well.
Yeah. Let's go.
For
Let's
a
go.
guy, for a guy that could get a team out of the dregs onto the bubble, my
I,
idea was to. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
so two that came to mind right away. I'm interested to see how you feel about it. One was Kyan Anthony for Syracuse, and two is Neo for Virginia Tech.
I think Neo's. I think Neo will be too good for this exercise.
Hmm.
I'm good to consider Kyan. I also am good to consider Nate Calmesi for Wake Forest. I don't feel great about mentioning Wake Forest, but I think
Steve Forbes? Forbes.
Yes. Calmise is so good though, dude. I think he's like legitimately twitchy, good passer, can get into the lane, streaky jump shot, but he feels like a Steve Forbes guard who comes in and averages 20. However, maybe we just go with, sorry, I'm blanking. Who did you say again?
Kai and Anthony.
Kai and Anthony. Maybe we go with Kai and Anthony because Forbes has Forbes has 4 years now of not making the tournament, maybe even more. He might be in year six. Whereas Red Autry, we think stinks, but like at least gets one more year to change the narrative. Maybe it's Kai and Anthony. I'm good to go with him.
Yeah, also let this be known. I'm putting this out in the world right now as a little ACC bold take, one might say. Red Autry is going to make the tournament before Steve Forbes does.
Wow, I love that take. I
And
love it.
and you heard it here first.
All right, Kai and Anthony. That's our swing factor from the bottom half of the league. Want to do Big East next?
Let's go Big East.
Okay, so the one player to make a team a contender. This is not going to surprise anybody who's ever listened to me and Carter talk about Big East teams. Blake Harper is the clear-cut favorite for me.
Yep,
Like if he
easily.
hits, this Creighton team's going to be awesome.
Yeah, especially because like so I was doing the transfer video on Creighton for with Ryan Hammer the other day. And one of the things we talked about is they didn't they brought in so much scoring punch, but they didn't really bring in a point guard that is known for passing the ball. There's a world where if Blake Harper pops and hits the way I think he could be like the creator on this team.
Hmm.
So I don't trust Nick Grays to pass the ball. I don't trust any of the Iowa guys to pass the basketball. Someone needs to distribute on this basketball team. I think it could be Blake Harper. So I feel like that's an easy pick.
That's a really good shout. And I think even beyond that, when you look at like, where was Iowa deficient last year? It's rebounding defense where Iowa always struggles. Harper to me too, if the scoring translates, he's a really good athlete and good positional rebounder who like uses his size well. I think he could set the tone there. Also, yeah, to your point, I didn't realize he was over 3 assists per game last year. So maybe there's something to be said there with him doing creation. Some honorable mention shouts. I actually would go with Ralph with Juice or Malik Mack, someone from Georgetown, because I struggle to see them being true contenders, but I think they could be. There's a world where they end up comfortably in the tournament. It's like a 5, 6, 7 seed.
I feel like
Um,
Georgetown has like nine swing pieces on their team.
yeah, that's
You just gotta
true.
wait for a couple of them to do something.
How about anybody from the to keep the team out of the dregs sticks out to you? Because there's a lot of bad teams in
There's
this
a lot
league.
of bad teams. So I'm thinking like, I mean, Caden Lewis keeps
Hmm.
Villanova out of
Hmm.
there. Maybe Jason Edwards. Is he at Providence?
Yep, Jason Edwards. Jason Edwards is really good.
Yeah, is it Jason Edwards at Providence? Like he's just
It might be
that good
Jason
scoring the
Edwards.
ball.
The other candidates I had were the Jamie Kaiser, Michael Ajayi duo at Butler.
Ooh, I like the
Um,
Ajayi call. He was so good at Pepperdine, but man, he was bad at Gonzaga.
do we want to go with Ajayi or do we want to go with Jason Edwards?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna go with Jason Edwards because I feel like we disrespected Jason Edwards when we were talking about top scorers in college basketball, and his agent commented on our IG page and said, "Pin this tweet." So let's give him some love.
We got you. We got you, Jason Edwards. Let me make a. Oh, okay. I'm slacking on my note taking to send this to Booby to get a graphic afterwards. Please hold.
Oh,
Um,
I like that you're actually taking notes because I forgot to.
we
Oh, you're
got
my king.
Jason Edwards here, and then oh yeah, we went with Sicily and Wyndham for the Big Ten, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Dude, the
Okay,
Big
cool.
East could be bad next year. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's bleak. Big 12.
Big 12. All right, so swing. So the swing piece for the top team, right?
Hmm. I would say, man, like Kansas to me is so fascinating this year. I mean,
Mm,
of course, DP, the headliner, but
it's not Trey White, is it?
I don't think it's Trey White. I would say either Flory or Jaden Dawson. And my logic is like, can Flory be the true second best player on this team who expands his game beyond just lobs, rebounds, and blocks to maybe doing a little bit of short role playmaking? I think he has that ability. Like, can he be the true second piece next to Peterson or Dawson? Do you think he emerges as more than just like a catch and shoot guy to be a little more dynamic with the ball in his hands just to ease some of the pressure off of
I think I
DP?
like the flourish out there. They need someone with Peterson, and I think he has the ability. They could form one of the best big guard combos in the country.
I'm with you. The only other like contenders I would say, if you look at Baylor, maybe like Obi Agbim or Cam Carr, if one
Mm,
of them can step up to ease the burden off of Yesufu. But Kansas is much more fascinating to me, even though I
yeah.
do sneak. I quietly like this Baylor roster, but How about anybody to keep a team out of the cellar and get them onto the bubble?
Oh, let's see who are. I mean, we could go with a classic. Just PJ Haggerty drags Kansas State there.
Well, I would say, is there anyone? I think PJ Haggerty will be good, but is there anyone else like we could pick someone on Kansas State? I have a true sicko pick with Liu Lelavicius at TCU.
You are a sicko. You're a sick
Averaged
man if
nine
you know
points a
that.
game, shot 38% from three last year for Oregon State. That's not doing it for you.
Oh, I just want to make sure we're not missing like anyone
Let's
else.
do someone from K State.
I mean, I'm just like I'm looking at some of the like. No, no, yeah, and not like a Sean Abayev shout. Cincinnati's just gonna be bad. I don't care
Yeah,
what
they
anyone does.
are.
You know what? I'll allow that. I'll allow it.
Let's do you want Nate Johnson, Andre Kostic, or Elias Rapiake for Kansas State?
Ristich, I think.
Kostic.
Yeah, Kostic. Sorry, my fault. Not Ristich. Ristich is Indiana. Kostic.
It's all good. A lot of these guys' names kind of run together, so you're it's don't even sweat it. All right, so we got Floyd Badunga, Andre Kostic for that one. Then the SEC, we'll close with them.
Ooh.
So I have two at the top with Aiden Sherrill and Elijah Freeman were the two for me. That's like LeBaron Philon, similar situation to
Let,
DP at Kansas. Like he
let's
needs
go
a
with
number
let's go
two.
with Aiden Sherrill just because the stuff I've been hearing about their front court has been bleak and they need
Mhm.
Aiden Sherrill.
Yep, yep. And then for the bottom feeders, I mean Darian Reed, even though that feels a little disrespectful to OU, considering I like the roster. Dedon Thomas is like the bona fide stud who maybe, gosh, is there a world where Thomas gets LSU like a little bit fun, a little bit like approaching the bubble?
Let's go Darion Reed.
Okay, I'm good with that. This
The
LSU
only
roster
because
is.
I think Dion's a star. I don't know what he can do to get that team to
Mhm.
anywhere of real. Like I can you name anybody else on LSU?
Uh, our guy Michael Nwoka, who started over
He's
Kashawn
on LSU
Murphy.
now.
Yeah, he
No.
is.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Darion Reed,
All right, Darian Reed, I'm good with that. So, all right, I can give a quick recap. So, two
please.
swing pieces in the ACC: Matthew Abel, Kyan Anthony. Two in the Big East: Blake Harper, Jason Edwards. Two in the Big 12: Flory Badunga, Andre Kostic. Two in the Big 10: Trent Sisley, KJ Wyndham, and two from the SEC: Aiden Sherrill and Darian Reed.
It's up. Topic number dos, Mr. Davis.
So this topic was inspired by our friend Jordan Stocks. I know he's a friend of the program, always puts up great content on Twitter that gets conversations going. He posted a graphic of Kason Pryor, Taman Lipsey, and Tucker DeVries as three key contributors returning from injury who project as big-time playmakers for good teams. I wanted to expand this list, and I have six players off the top of my head who are mostly coming back from injury. Some of them have injured pride. And I'm going to have you rank this based on uh, if they come back successfully for injury, does this result in a tourney berth for their team, conference title for their team, or a potential national title for their team?
Ooh. Okay. So the options are you said is it tourney birth?
Yes. Or I guess you could technically say none of the above.
None.
Like
Okay. So none tourney birth. What's the other one?
conference title, national title.
Ooh. Okay. All right. All right.
So there will be certain tiers of players here that I think should make this exercise easier. But again, we're looking at if this player returns to their pre-injury form. So let's start with Jordan's tweet. We'll go Kason Pryor. If he returns to pre-injury form, does that make Louisville conference title contenders, or national title contenders? We already think they're in the tournament, so we can go ahead and skip that one. But
I think international title contender.
I agree. The more and more I think about this roster, I've said this before, but I think Hadley is a floor raiser at the four. When you look at the front court, Pryor helps their ceiling a lot. I
Yeah.
wasn't crazy about him in Louisville before the injury, but I loved his USF tape, and I hope he can get back to that. So I'm with you. National title.
National title it is.
Taman Lipsey at Iowa State.
I don't think there's a world where they win the Big 12.
I don't either.
And I mean they're gonna make the tourney. So tourney birth.
Yeah, I think tourney berth. That's
Yeah.
fair.
It's disrespectful to say that because they would make it anyway. But like, yeah, tourney birth.
I would say, okay, maybe we need to add a category. Well, no, I'm not adding any categories. Turning birth, but like a higher seed. We'll go
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, there you go.
So, what about DeVries?
I was about to say something stupid. I'm not gonna do it. Tournament berth, man. Kentucky, let's go tournament. I mean, Indiana
Yeah,
hasn't made it in Lord knows how long anyway. Yeah, let's go tournament berth.
I'm good with tournament birth. Cannon Catchings at Georgia.
Oh,
Is he good enough to get tournament berth, or are they still none of the above? Even if
I
he,
think they're none of the above. Unfortunately, shout out to my dog.
yeah, that roster's just not good
It's
enough.
not.
I think there's a chance if Cannon Catchings returns from injury and you see, that electric shot making that he showed off the bench for BYU, where he was just like this chaos factor that could come in and knock down 4 or 5 threes at a moment's notice and do like his herky jerky off the dribble stuff. Maybe they can get on the bubble, but I still don't think it's enough to get them in. Keyshawn Hall missed the last 3 games last year at UCF.
Can I ask you to answer this first, Riley?
National title.
Oh my word! I see. That's why I asked you. I didn't know if you were gonna go there or not.
If Keyshawn Hall shakes off the injury and he is still like a 17 point per game scorer and will grab 6 to 8 rebounds, and Tahad Pettiford makes the leap that we think he will, and Keyshawn Murphy continues to progress, maybe even flourishes outside of Chris Jans' offense, then yes, Auburn is a national title contender.
Man,
I know that's a little out of pocket. It's a little bit
I
too
hear
high on the Tigers, but
I hear you, and I like the deliver. It yeah. Okay, I'm with that.
all
I'm
right,
with that.
Keyshawn. Bryce Hopkins.
Ooh. As much as I hate to say this, if Bryce Hopkins is what he is, and he was like Big East Player of the Year level caliber, they could win a national title.
I don't know if I can quite get there. I would probably draw the line at conference title. To me, I just want to see how all these pieces work. Where like Bryce Hopkins, Ian Jackson, and Joseph Sannon like the ball in their hands. Is there a world where Patino makes this work and gets all of them to buy in? I think Hopkins has a little bit of like passing ability, which would benefit both Jackson and Sannon. So maybe that could push them over the edge. But I feel like getting all the way to conference title, or excuse me, national title is a little too rich for my blood.
I'm pulling rank national title for the Johnnies.
All right, national title then. AJ Store.
I wish there was something between like conference tournament, like tournament champs and tournament berth or something like that. Uh, tournament team.
I think tournament team for sure.
Yeah,
This Ole Miss
I kind of
roster,
like this Ole Miss roster a little
I
bit.
do too. That's a team that I'm going to be like quietly in on and very much monitoring to see how the season starts. Last one, Tyon Grant Foster. I don't even know if Tyon Grant Foster was injured last year, but he's had injuries in his career.
I'm gonna say none. I just don't think it's really gonna do much for Gonzaga.
Yeah, I think that's
But
where
they're
I'm
gonna make the
closing to.
tournament though. But I don't think it's a swing piece.
He missed five. Oh, actually, he missed 9 games last year, so he qualifies. Uh, But yeah, I think they're in the tournament with or without Tyon Grant Foster. And well, I they can win the WCC with or without him. So I probably would elect none of the above.
Let's go none of the above.
None of the above. Thank you, Jordan, for that tweet. We appreciate it.
Shout out
A
to my
lot of fun players returning this year.
shout out to my guy Jay Stocks. Everyone stay healthy this year. Topic number Trace Riley.
So, Cart, we have a loaded week 1 slate of college football. I'm going to go through the biggest games and we are going to give out our boldest predictions.
Let's rock.
So, first up, let's talk Alabama, Florida State.
I don't even know if this is bold, but I think DeBoer and Bama reminds folks. I think that Castellanos poked the bear,
Mm-hmm.
and he's built like a fire ant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Bama wins this game by 35.
I think Bama rolls in this one as well. My bold prediction, Ty Simpson puts up between 350 and 400 yards of total offense.
You're a real big
He's
total offense guy today for the quarterbacks. I like
I
that.
am a big total offense guy
I
because Ty
like
Simpson, he can move a little bit. I like DeBoer reuniting with his offensive coordinator. He obviously has great weapons to throw to with Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard. This feels like one of those moments where the unknown factor at quarterback comes in, maybe tosses like 3 or 4 touchdowns, 400 yards of offense, and all of a sudden Ty Simpson is in Heisman conversations.
it. Crazy, crazy world we live in, but I like it.
Next up, let's do LSU and Clemson.
Is it predictions or is it bold predictions?
Bold
Bold
predictions.
predictions. Okay. Um, mm, Garrett Nussmeier turns the ball over more times than he has touchdowns.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I actually focus more on the ground game. So last year, LSU only averaged 116 yards of rushing offense per game. And if you go back the previous years, they were topping like 180 to 200 yards. You have to go all the way back to Orgeron's last year in 2021 when they went 6-7 to see a rushing yard number that low. So I think Caden Durham makes a difference, breaks out, and logs 150 plus yards on the ground, which would be a career high. And it has a touchdown to ice the game for the Tigers.
Wow, got the Tigers winning that one,
For
huh?
the Bayou Tigers, let's
For the
say.
got the Bayou Tigers winning that one, huh?
I do. I think LSU gets it done.
All right, I respect it.
I will stay with another ACC team, and let's talk about Notre Dame at Miami.
Ooh, okay. I got Jeremiah Love with accounting for total yardage here. Let's go 225 total.
I love it. I love Jeremiah Love so much. He's
And
so
I
fun.
got Notre Dame winning that game by 10 plus.
I think Notre Dame wins. My bold prediction. This is the one where I sort of veered off the prompt, and it's kind of just like a normal prediction. Notre Dame does the Notre Dame thing where they're up 10-6 at halftime, and there's like 4 combined turnovers in this game. But then the second half, they bust it wide open, and Jeremiah Love has a 75-yard just home run ball to ice it.
Like it always happens.
So let's see. Then I want to talk about my team, TCU at
Oh, we
UNC
were doing
on
big
Monday
games.
night.
Okay.
It's my segment. It's a big game to me.
It means something to me here. Um, Riley, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
My heart's about to hurt.
It is. I just think this summer of UNC football and Bill Belichick is a poop show, to keep my language on the side that I think it needs to be. I think Hoover and TCU drop nuts on UNC.
I'm still gonna rock with my Tar Heels. I'm not gonna say I feel great about it. It's more just out of optimism and fandom.
How many totals my dog Gio got?
My dog. Wait, what did I say on our video about him? Total of
Said total yards, like what, 300?
300 yards or something.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm actually going to highlight a different player in this one and talk about Jordan Shipp, who's our breakout candidate at wide receiver. Highly touted recruit. Didn't play a ton as a freshman, but he is the guy. He was the representative of the team at ACC Media Day, which I think means something for how the staff use him. I'm going to say he makes his presence known with 100 plus yards in this first
Okay.
game of the season.
All right. A little 100 plus receiving yard game. All right.
So, and we will close with actually a noon kickoff, but the biggest game of the weekend, Texas at Ohio State.
I'm not scared. That's my bold prediction. There's a lot of talk about, like, is it just gimmicks? The whole we don't have the target on our back, we got the red dot on people. I'm gonna say this. Arch is just one of the ones. Like, I feel like, sometimes there's these hype around these kids and they don't live up to it. I think Arch lives up to it and more. I think we get a generational type performance in the horseshoe from Arch Manning in this one.
I like that shout. Mine is tangentially related to that.
Ooh, good
I said
word.
I said Ryan Wingo outperforms Jeremiah Smith.
Wow.
I think we leave this and there's going to be some hot takes that's like Ryan Wingo, why is he not mentioned alongside Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith as
What
one of
a
these best
That's
prospects?
such a bar, and that's for sure gonna happen.
However, I think it's probably going to be more related to the fact that Wingo's catching balls from Arch Manning, Smith is catching balls from Julian Swain.
Yeah,
Same, sorry.
yeah. His name is Julian. That was fun. I can't wait for college football this season. Thank you, Riley, for that segment. One big thing presented by the Twinskies. Riley.
Yeah, y'all know on these one big things, you're gonna get a snack recommendation. This was discussed off air. I am nice with it with the blender when it comes to a smoothie bowl. And let me tell you something, Cart. Somewhere along the way, Big Smoothie, they came up with this scam that if they just dump their smoothie into a bowl and throw a little bit of granola on it, maybe like some coconut flakes, they can charge you $19 as opposed to like a $5 smoothie. This is why you just make it at home. So I'm going to give you the Riz exclusive smoothie bowl recipe. Get you a cup of almond milk, 2 scoops of protein powder, kind of eyeball it, a cherry berry blend frozen fruit. That's what I like to go to. You can get it at Target, you can get it at Aldi. I think the cherries, the strawberries, and it makes the mixture, it gets the consistency right. Eyeball it, mess around with it, get whatever consistency you're looking for. Throw in some almond butter, some cinnamon, blend that up, top it with the granola. Perfect snack, very filling as well. Will hold you over for a while. Had one before we started recording. I'm feeling great. Incredible way to start the day.
I love a good smoothie bowl. Any specific granola on that, or we just what we rocking with?
So I love Trader Joe's peanut butter protein granola. It's
Yeah.
relatively low in sugar because that's where like you gotta be careful with the granola.
Yeah,
Like,
granola can get it can get scary. That's why I like I'm a Greek yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt, honey granola. That's like my little go-to little snack to hold me over or whatnot. You ever heard of Purely Elizabeth
yes, I
granola?
have. Great
Good,
granola.
good granola. Really good granola. I rock with them. All right, Riley, thank you for that. I might have to make myself a smoothie bowl. And also, I don't mean to turn this back on you, but my one big thing today is I haven't asked of you if you don't mind.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
You're the guy with the impressions. I've never heard your Carter impression. I want to put you on the spot right now. Can you give me your best Carter impression?
Da, 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 da. Riley, you know they call me Big Hydration in high school.
If there's one thing I'm gonna do, it's put big in front of a word to accentuate my own abilities. And it's what I do. They call me Big Podcast, they call me Big Humble, they call me Big Zoom, you know what I'm saying? In some circles, Big iPhone, depending on who you ask. It's really just what I do. Riley, thank you for another great edition of Riley Friday. As always, you can catch Riley on the channel doing all types of stuff. He has some transfer portal videos up here. He'll also be back on Riley Fridays. You can always count on him being there. And we will catch y'all on the next episode.